Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, a Richland home sits uninhabitable tonight after fire fully engulfs it in the early morning hours. How a resident and her pets made it out. Plus, a motorcycle and sedan collide at one of Kennewick's busiest intersections. The crash that sent a young rider to the hospital with injuries. Plus, Franklin County honors a gentle giant who dedicated his life to public service, remembering former Commissioner Bob Cook after decades of serving the community. And here's a live picture from our Skycam network. This is the Dust Devils Skycam in Pasco. Stacy Lee is live there as the Dust Devils take on the Vancouver Canadians on their opening day.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Here we go on this Friday. Thank you for joining us. It's a good Friday. I'm Austin Reed. All right, we're going to begin with your top story in Richland, where a home is uninhabitable after an early morning fire left one person with minor injuries. A woman renting the home says she woke up right around 3:30 in the morning to the house on fire. She says she burned part of her hand while getting herself and her pets out of the building just in time. The Richland Fire Department says the home was fully ablaze when it arrived to the scene, but crews were able to quickly knock it down within about 15 minutes.
I think the biggest takeaway from all these fires is to ensure that you have working smoke alarms. Making sure that you have that early recognition and not just having them, but you're checking them to make sure that they are in working order.
And police and firefighters tell us the woman did have working smoke detectors, and Richland Fire say it is still working to find out how exactly this fire started. All right, switching gears now. Big night for baseball in the Tri-Cities. The 2026 season opener is tonight for the Dust Devils, and that is where we find our very own Stacy Lee. She joins us live from Pasco with more on that and our Easter weekend weather. Hi, Stacy.
That's right. Hi, Austin. Yeah, happy Good Friday, and what a beautiful day. This is my office. Can you see behind you? I see blue skies. I see guys on the field. Definitely makes it feel like spring when you've got Dust Devil baseball. Now, this is the first of 66 home games for the season, so I encourage anybody and everybody to come on out to at least one game this season. If you've never been to a Dust Devil game, it's certainly a lot of fun. After the big show tonight, they're going to have a fireworks show, and they do this a couple times a year, but tonight is special, the first home game, and you know what? The weather just could not be better. Let's take a look. And planning your evening, well, we've got clear, beautiful skies tonight. Few floaty clouds, but not too bad. Temperatures at 7 in the 50s and 60s. Will be starting to cool off by 9 in the 40s and 50s, and everybody will be down in the 40s by 11 o'clock. If you're heading out to the game, it's going to be great weather, but do bring a light coat. It's going to cool off after dark. Our overnight low temperatures on the cool side, but warmer than we were last night. Look for 30s and 40s all through the area. And the cold front is moving on out of our area tonight, so look for nice warm temperatures tomorrow. Going to start to see those 70-degree temps, and even warmer on Sunday as temperatures are going to be running a good 15 to 20 degrees above normal. So just to recap, mostly clear and cool, sunnies and 70s for your Easter weekend. Gorgeous on your Easter Sunday. Gusty winds returning on Tuesday. And by the way, today is Find Your Rainbow Day. All right. And it's perfect weather for baseball tonight. First Dust Devil game, 6:30 for the first pitch. They're giving out the game schedule magnets, so come pick up one of those. I'll be talking to you in just a little bit, but right now I'll send it back to you, Austin.
All right, Stacey, thank you for that. Other news tonight, the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of a child at Rooks Park. Deputies and fire crews responded just before 2:40 Wednesday afternoon to reports of an injured child. Officials say a 3-year-old later died from his injuries. Detectives believe no crime was committed. Rooks Park will remain closed through at least April 15th as the investigation continues. Authorities are asking the community to keep the family in their thoughts and respect their privacy. We have new information from Kennewick Police about a crash involving a motorcycle and a sedan. Officers say it happened just before 7 p.m. last night at the busy intersection of Gage and Steptoe. A motorcycle heading westbound collided with a sedan that was turning left from eastbound Gage onto Steptoe. Police say both vehicles entered the intersection at the same time, and the motorcycle struck the passenger side of the car. The rider, a 20-year-old man, was taken to a local hospital with injuries but is expected to recover. The driver of the sedan was not hurt. Officials say drugs and alcohol do not appear to be factors, and the crash remains under investigation. Turning to continuing coverage, the community is rallying around the family of a Hanford worker who died on the job last month. Brian Foster, a nuclear chemical operator, had worked at the Hanford site for about 5 years and was all part of the H-2C field crew operations team. Officials say on March 26th, Foster was assisting with in-tank camera operations in the Essex Farm area when he collapsed inside a supply vehicle. Coworkers and first responders attempted life-saving efforts but were unable to revive him. A GoFundMe has now been created to support Foster's family, his wife, and 4-year-old daughter, and has already raised more than $15,000 to help cover unexpected expenses. In a message, loved ones described Foster as a dedicated employee, a friend to many, and a loving husband and father. Over 100 off-duty multi-care employees gathered outside Yakima Memorial Hospital this morning for an informational picket as they negotiate a new contract. According to union leaders, the new contract impacts over 1,000 workers in Yakima's multi-care locations, including nurses and service workers. Picketing workers say that they are asking for higher wages and improved benefit packages. The two sides have plans to meet at the bargaining table later this month, but if a deal isn't struck, a strike is a possibility.
They aren't sure yet, no, but that's something that we would not want to do. But if they force us to, I mean, we're coming in good faith. They need to come in good faith and meet us in the middle.
In a statement to Apple Valley News Now, Multi-Care says that it places high value on the contributions of its staff, and it says it is offering competitive wages aligned with the rest of its health system. The hospital adds that the picket would not interfere with current patient care. Well, Tri-Cities residents calling the non-emergency line for police or fire now hear artificial intelligence instead of a human dispatcher. The Southeast Communications Dispatch Center introduced the technology this year to manage hundreds of daily calls, many non-emergencies, ranging from minor incidents to law enforcement tips. The technology can recognize keywords or stress in a caller's voice and immediately transfer the call to a live dispatcher. Officials continue monitoring performance as more people use the system.
Performance-wise, we expected it to answer roughly 60% of our calls, and it has been holding steady at that. So that's been a big relief for the staff, which we like.
The goal remains clear: keep emergency lines open for people who need immediate help. The AI collects caller information and passes it to dispatchers, reducing call volume and allowing staff to focus on urgent situations. A U.S. fighter jet is shot down over the skies of Iran. One of the two crew members rescued from hostile territory. Brian Abel has the latest on this as the White House issues new threats while asking Congress for more than $1 trillion defense dollars.
Behind enemy lines, 2 U.S. crew members in a fighter jet confirmed to have been shot down from the skies over Iran. Iranian state media releasing images of debris and an ejection seat believed to be from their F-15E. U.S. officials confirming the jet's downing and the launch of a search and rescue mission, part of it consistent with video seen here posted to social media showing 2 helicopters refueling. One of the crew confirmed to be recovered alive, though their condition is unclear.
They will have beacons on them, the equivalent of beacons that allows for there to be communication between the rescue forces as well as the individual pilot and the other aircrew member, the weapons systems officer. And those two individuals may be in totally separate locations.
Iranians offering rewards to any citizen who, quote, capture and hand over a pilot or pilots of the enemy alive. The F-15E jet flown, capable of anti-missile defense with flares and chaffs, are stationed at multiple bases in the region. Today's developments, a dramatic and sobering moment in the conflict after the Pentagon and the president, briefed on today's shoot-down, have touted air superiority for pilots for weeks.
They're not even being shot at because their equipment's been totally decimated. They have nothing to shoot.
Sources say intel shows Iran maintains 50% of its missile attack launchers and one-way drones. The president today issuing new threats to Iran, saying bridges next, then electric power plants. New regime leadership knows what has to be done. In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
This comes as sources say U.S. intelligence has determined that Iran maintains significant missile launches and capability despite daily U.S. and Israeli strikes against Iranian military targets over the past 5 weeks. Following this newscast, World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on our coverage of the U.S. fighter jet shot down over Iran and the Pentagon shakeup in the middle of war. Now to more local news. The Franklin County community is remembering former Commissioner Bob Cook, known as a gentle giant, who passed away Sunday at the age of 83. He dedicated much of his life to public service, from serving as Connell's fire chief to spending 16 years as a Franklin County commissioner. Friends, colleagues, and the public remember him as calm, kind, and deeply committed to the community. The Franklin County Commissioners formally honored Cook with a resolution recognizing his decades of service, leadership, and mentorship.
I said that was really when I cried out loud. I wish that he knew what an impact he did have. He did make a difference. And yes, that was very impactful.
Tonight, his family says they are overwhelmed by the community's support and say he will be remembered not only for his accomplishments, but for the lives he touched and the example he set for serving others. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5. Our live team coverage continues. Take me out to the ball game. Jake Gable is back in Pasco as the crowd is growing at Giza Stadium for tonight's Dust Devils season opener. And Stacy, who's also in Pasco, she's back with your full Easter weekend forecast as we leave you to break. Here's a live picture from our Skycam network. This is overlooking Vancouver, British Columbia. We'll be right back.
What's wrong? I shaved, now I'm itchy. With a leg razor?
You need the Venus Pubic Razor too. It's designed for thicker hair and thinner skin. Its anti-irritation barrier helps safeguard your skin from ingrowns and bumps. A better pubic shave is here. My skin, my way, Venus.
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all? You've got the tech. You've got the drive. Now you've got Toyota value. Right now, you can lease a new 2026 Corolla Cross for $269 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
New Mr. Clean Magic Erasers make impossible possible. Just wet and squeeze and effortlessly cut through 100% of dirt, grease, and grime. So this is
100% possible.
They're upgraded and last 2 times longer to tackle more messes. It's not just clean, it's Mr. Clean.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday starting at 4 p.m.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a Triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. and some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And now with the locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
The Tri-City Dust Devils kick off their season opener tonight. We have live team coverage. We're going to check in now with our very own Jake Gable, who's live from the stadium where the excitement is building. Jake.
Yeah, I mean, great vibes right now at the ballpark. Opening day, it's hard to have a bad day on opening day. It's great weather. Stacy's already told you about that earlier in the show. But yeah, it's the 25th anniversary of the Tri-City Dust Devils here in Pasco. So they have things going on throughout the season to celebrate their 25th year in existence. But tonight, it's opening night, so they're going to have a little bit of extended opening ceremony to kick off this season, and I actually have a little bit of an inside information on that. I don't know everything, but I can tell you who the first pitch is going to be, and it's someone I saw not too long ago when I passed by the mirror. That's right, I will be throwing out the first pitch tonight, so wish me good luck. But also, I want to talk a little bit about a Richland connection to the Tri-City Dust Devils game tonight. They're playing the Vancouver Canadians, and their pitching coach happened to go to Richland High School. Eric Yardley, a former MLB pitcher, is the pitching coach for the Canadians, so a little bit of a homecoming for him. He's not too far away in Richland, but you'll see his team against the Dust Devils tonight, and I'll have more in the 6 o'clock later on. But right now, back to the studio.
All right, Jake, thank you. We're going to go to Stacy right after this story, and it's in Walla Walla. City leaders say they are taking proactive approaches to managing finances. They say that they are closely monitoring spending and adjusting revenue changes like fluctuating sales tax. Recent budget gaps were closed through cuts and revenue changes while maintaining a 15% reserve to stay financially stable.
We haven't put together a long-range financial model before, and that was a goal of mine and our finance directors to work on.
City leaders say that new long-range financial plans will look ahead nearly a decade, helping guide decisions and ensuring the city can continue providing services while adapting to economic changes.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we made it through moody March as far as the up and down weather. We get to April and cue the sunshine and the spring-like temperatures. Again, perfect for some Dust Devil baseball tonight. First pitch at 6:30 and fireworks tonight. So if you're going to stay for that, do bring a little bit of a coat because it is going to cool down after dark. Let's take a look at that weather forecast.
And check out that satellite radar, those big H's floating out there. That's high pressure, a nice ridge moving in that's going to bring us warm conditions and dry conditions over the next several days. If you're heading out to the big game tonight, it's going to be a nice night. Temperatures will drop down, though, into the 50s by 8 o'clock. And make sure you guys are hanging out tonight. It's going to be perfect viewing weather for the first big game, of course, and the fireworks after the show. All right, temperatures tonight, again, cool, but most of us staying above freezing, close to the freezing level, however, in the Kittitas Valley, but pretty nice night overall. High pressure continues to build into the region on Saturday for most of the West Coast. Meanwhile, the middle of the country having a low pressure system and cooler temperatures. Let's go zone by zone for your Saturday. I know there's lots of Easter egg hunts outside, and it's going to be nice with mostly clear skies and 6-mile-an-hour winds with temperatures in the 60s in the Kittitas Valley. Down the Yakima Valley, 60s and even some 70-degree temperatures. temps as you get a little bit lower into the valley. Light winds from the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. Columbia Basin looking beautiful with several 70-degree temperatures for Prosser, Hermiston, Umatilla, Tri-Cities, Hanford, Benton City. And at the foothills of the Blues, we're going to be hovering just under 70 with some north-northeast winds at 10 miles per hour. So overall, great looking Saturday. Now the temperatures climb even more Sunday and Monday, where we could potentially be flirting with temperatures close to 80 degrees on Monday. I've been sniffling a lot. I don't know about you, but the pollen counts are pretty high, as you can see. They're going to dip a little bit on Sunday, but expect those pollen counts to be high as we are just in the very first part of April. All right, that 7-day planning forecast looks lovely. Look for our high winds to return, especially in the Kittitas Valley on Tuesday. And look at that, you go from the 70s back into the 50s in 24 hours there in the Kittitas Valley. Yakima's looking great over the weekend with those temperatures flirting with 80 degrees on Monday. Then we'll start to drop back down into the 60s beginning Tuesday with some breezy to gusty winds. Tri-Cities, beautiful weekend ahead, close to 80 degrees on Monday with some breezy winds also from Monday through Wednesday. Towards the end of the week, we'll have a little bit more cloud cover coming into the area. Here's Hermiston. Again, beautiful, nice stretch, 3 days in a row in the 70s, just under 80 on Monday. Going to be pretty windy, though, on Tuesday. So remember to batten down those hatches in the Hermiston area and then get ready for temperatures back into the 60s beginning Wednesday. All right, here's what it looks like in Walla Walla. Again, a beautiful Easter weekend ahead, but look for very slight chances of rain in the middle of next week with temperatures back down to the upper 50s. And in Pendleton, it's going to be a beautiful weekend there as well. A little bit more breezy winds, and then those gusty winds will be a concern on Tuesday with a slight chance of rain coming in on Wednesday. Quick note, most of our overnight lows will be staying above the freezing level. So have a great Easter weekend. It's going to be beautiful weather.
All right, Stacey Lee, thank you much. Coming up next in the Spotlight, their work keeps students safe across multiple districts, why the Ellensburg School District's Transportation Department is setting the standard for bus safety.
Febreze. What does coming home to the delightful scents of Febreze plugs feel like? Like the best welcome home ever. Because Febreze has a microchip to control scent release, so it's first day fresh for 50 days. And a refill reminder light so that freshness never ends. Want to make the best even better? Try Plug Scent Booster with 3 intensity settings, flexible placement, plus a boost button for extra scent. And extra welcome home. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Antacid?
It might be more than heartburn.
Pepto-Bismol, son?
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Great vintage, huh?
And it pairs well with everything. Pepto-Bismol.
Every Sunday night, he can't sleep. But not this Sunday.
When you really need to sleep, ZzzQuil has no equal. Get the deeply restorative sleep you need. ZzzQuil, not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
At DQ, we're double flipping over our limited time Blizzard Double Flip deal. Buy 1 Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
No, that's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got that DQ flavor. Savannah bananas, do it big, do it major. Home runs, fun runs, everything's crazy.
The Blizzard Double Flip deal is here.
Should we tell him to stop?
It's bananas. Buy 1, get another for just 99 cents. Get it in the DQ app.
Get ready for a night of big laughs at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Comedy powerhouse Carlos Mencia brings his Liberated Tour on May 9th.
In real life, I don't hang out with people anymore because everybody's narcissistic.
This must-see comedy show finds the hilarious irony in the day-to-day. Experience this unfiltered show for one night only. See one of comedy's most fearless performers live and uncensored. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app. Carlos Mencia, only at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
New Game Plus has no business making Grace's dish towel smell this good. Especially after that. Our greatest scent ever. New Game Plus with Oxy.
On draft night, plans become reality. The NFL Draft, April 23rd through 25th.
We head to Kittitas County, where the Ellensburg School District says the results of a recent inspection reflect consistent hard work and a commitment to student safety. The district's buses and motor pools completed their annual inspection, earning a 100% rating from the Washington State Patrol. The transportation mechanics also maintain Ellensburg, Thorpe, and Kittitas buses, and those fleets also received perfect scores. The district says it is proud of their team for really proving that dedication makes all the difference. When we return, Stacy has a final check at your weather and your reason to smile.
First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side.
New Mr. Clean Magic Erasers make impossible possible. Just wet and squeeze and effortlessly cut through 100% of dirt, grease, and grime. So this is
100% possible.
They're upgraded and last 2 times longer to tackle more messes. It's not just clean, it's Mr. Clean.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
What's wrong? I shaved, so now I'm itchy. With a leg razor?
You need the Venus Pubic Razor too. It's designed for thicker hair and thinner skin. Its anti-irritation barrier helps safeguard your skin from ingrowns and bumps. A better pubic shave is here. My skin, my way, Venus.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell. Action!
Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And now with the locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
A Kennewick neighborhood threatened with a sex offender home. Residents fight back and win.
We stood united.
Apple Valley News Now tells their story.
We wouldn't even found out about this if it wasn't for you and the guys out there.
Only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
Somebody got shot. His mom got shot.
Why would a woman kill an unarmed neighbor?
She wants to have a conversation.
Correct.
And instead she gets a bullet.
All new 2020 tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And we always like to end on a positive note, your reason to smile. We had the full pink moon that came through, and there's a great view out on the tarmac. Thank you for sending that in, Muller65. Keep those weather photos coming. Use the QR code right there on top of your screen. Tomorrow is going to be lovely. No chances of rain, light breezy winds, but beautiful conditions. And look at this, even better for your Easter Sunday with temperatures, most of us in the 70s, middle 70s. So it's going to be really nice. Look for the winds to pick up in the afternoon, but a good looking forecast overall. Your big weather stories, of course, a tiny bit of a chance of frost in some areas, and then a nice warm weekend and gusty winds on Tuesday.
All right, and we'll check in with Stacy and Jake live from Dust Devil Stadium coming up at 6. That's our news at 5. World News is next. Thanks for being here. Happy Easter. I'm Austin Reed, hoping your news is good news.